And we appear to be live. Okay. Today is the day of the fighter. I hope. Twitch, are you feeling okay? Twitch thinks my stream is unstable. Hopefully it looks okay. Anyway. Now we sit through the customary 2+ minute loading time. One of these days I'll load the game before I start stream. Then I'll have to turn pre-roll on. Just refresh this page over here and see what happens. Okay. Now Twitch realizes that nothing is actually wrong. That's good. Now last night, at the end of the stream, we had just started building our very first fighter production plant. And so about 20 minutes from now, it should be finished. So the real question is, what should we do to kill 20 minutes? And I think the answer to that is going to be
it's an honor
look
to
at
see
blueprints
you here.
to see what we need to actually build said ships. We're going to need some weapons. It looks like we have the small ion blaster already purchased. Or not purchased, I guess. It's just grayed out. Do we have anything already purchased? That's looking kind of like a giant no. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's see. Plasma Mark II's probably a good bet. Actually, no, wait.
Good luck out there.
Instead of small plasmas, we would definitely want to use small blast launchers.
It's an honor to see you here. Good luck out there.
Go look in the ship comparator and see what exactly we want to build. Okay, I already have the loadout made. Let's see. What is it equipped with? Thermal disintegrators and neutron gatlings? Those are split unique weapons though, so they probably cost a mint. And Terran shields? No way, that was stupid. Why would I have Terran shields on? They cost way too much. I can't remember if I decided that Teladi or Pyramid shields were better. Teladi shields. Pyramid shields have 3 seconds less recharge delay. That might actually matter. And they have significantly more recharge than the split shields. Yeah, Pyramid shields are probably the best bet. Okay. Thrusters, combat Mark 3s, shield generators, Pyramid, weapons. We'll put the outer two Mark 2 blast mortars, and the inner two neutron Gatlings would be the right bet, but I bet they're terribly expensive. We should probably go talk to the split and see what they actually cost. What do they have for engines? Split travel engines? There's no way I selected those manually. Wonder if we can get the blueprints for combat Mark 4s. They're probably obscenely expensive. Okay. Let's go and talk to a few people. First of all, I don't remember if I actually bought the blueprints for the blast mortar already or not. So let's go check on that. Is there a place I can see what blueprints I own? Surely there must be. Yeah. I really have no... Oh, wait. Here we go. No? Oh, yeah. Nope. Okay, yeah. Here's a list of all the blueprints I own. Okay. Okay. We don't own any engines. We have Argon large and medium shields.
Beggars are operating on this factory. Please do not encourage these professional beggars. If you have any spare credits, please give them to a registered charity.
Okay, we have like no blueprints of any kind. So we're gonna have to buy... I think I might have bought the ship blueprint I want. No, I did not. Okay. We're gonna have to buy all the blueprints. Alright. Well, before we can do anything, we need to have the actual ship blueprint. So, let's go visit the Yaki. Because I think I'm going to try to do the Morea fighter.
Entering
Moray,
system.
I guess it is.
Savage Spur.
Let's see. Where's the teleporter? Over this way? No, it's up this way. Okay. Representative's office. Hello, Asher. You know,
It's an honor.
I
to
keep
see
switching
you
back and forth between calling you Ash and calling you Asher. Are either of those actually correct? There's 2.6 million? Well, I guess we have to do it.
here. Good luck out there. It's an honor to see you here.
Do you have any other blueprints we need? Lottie shields. That's exactly the kind of shield we want. That'll save us a stop. Shard batteries. Oh, there's a split neutron Gatling. Oh, that's only a Mark 1 though. Boo. We need a Mark 2 of that, which is probably going to cost us way too much money. Ash is fine. Oh, let's see. None of these are the weapons I actually want, so we're not going to buy any of them. Shield generators, we already got one. Engines. These are argon and pyranid, not the engines we want, definitely. I don't think we'll even be able to afford the engines we want, but we'll find out. Thrusters. S combat thrusters, 1.7 million. Yikes. I guess we need to do it. Okay, there
Good
goes
luck
most of
out
our money.
there.
Oh, we're definitely going to have to get more money. Unfortunately, last night we pretty much drained our accounts, so... Let's see, engines. For engines, we want to go up here to these guys. I don't really have an easy way to teleport up there, so we'll have to go back to the on foot and fly up there.
Entering system. Argon Prime.
Okay. That was slightly buggy. Okay, we want to go to this particular kind of split. Matter of fact, we want to go right here, it looks like. Because these are the guys that have the Mark IV combat engines.
Autopilot. Engaged.
After we visit the split, we need to go down to the pyramid and buy some stuff from them. Although we probably won't have money for that. Okay, we definitely won't have money for that. We probably need to stop by... I was about to say we need to stop by the split up here, but no, we don't. We can buy the stuff we want here too, probably. Assuming we, you know, once again, assuming we have the money for it. Speaking of which, did any of you people manage to make any money since the last time I stole everything you had? Yes, you made a little bit of money. Heck yeah, give me all your money. Hand it over, Buster.
Entering system. Atikva's choice.
That's another 3 million. I think it was 3 million. Did you manage to make any money? Yes, you did. Give me it all. You don't need any either. This station probably isn't making any money yet. Yeah. He doesn't have any money either. Okay.
Entering system. Silent
Okay.
witness.
We now have another 5 million, which we're going to probably spend in like 2 purchases. It isn't really a big deal that we're short on money. I'm just scraping the bottom of the barrel because I want to build a ship. If I wasn't in such a impatient mood, I wouldn't worry about it. It'd be just like, okay, we'll go do some other stuff for a few hours. But damn it, I want to build a ship. I spent all that time yesterday getting everything around so I can get the little shipyard.
Entering system. Profit Center Alpha.
And I want to build my own fighters. Hopefully by the end of the stream we can have a decent fighter wing on board the Carbon Broadhead. We won't be able... Well, I won't have any of the blueprints I need. I won't be able to forward any of the blueprints I need to build medium ships for a while. But we can build those as well, I guess. So we could build more Dragon Raiders eventually. Although I'll probably want to build Nemesis instead. Dragon Raider makes a fine personal ship, but it's a bit squishy.
Entering system. 2 grand.
Oh, we are going to build a bunch of Morays tonight, hopefully. Morays are the little fighters. Oh, here. Did the ship comparator lose what I was doing? No, it didn't. Okay, good. These are what we're going to build. Pretty much exactly this. 2 blast mortars. Hopefully, 2 split neutron Gatlings. Split engines. Pilates shields. Gonna have a whole fleet of these things, I hope. The problem now is, of course, we need to get all the blueprints together, which is what I'm doing right now. We have the shields, the ship
Entering
blueprint,
system. Open market.
and There was some other blueprint I bought. I can't remember which one it was now. Thruster blueprint. That's what we bought, the thrusters. So we need both weapon blueprints. We need the engine blueprints. And that might be it. I think that might actually be it. Just the shields, not the shields, just the engines and the weapons. Which are admittedly the two most important parts of any good fighter in my opinion, but yeah. I'm not sure how this weapon loadout's actually going to work, you know, whether it be total crap or amazingly awesome, but it's probably going to be total crap.
Entering system.
Let's face it.
Zioth's Dominion.
It's going to be total crap. Because I'm trying to build the kind of loadout that I would like if I was flying it personally, which may or may not actually be good for AI. But blast mortars are good weapons. I'm just not sure whether they'll work well in combination with the other weapons I'm picking. I'm trying to do half and half. Good anti-fighter and good well, capital ship might be a little optimistic.
Split wharf. Autopilot. Disengaged.
Okay, you want to kill engines at 20k. Bonk. We hit it anyway. I thought 20k was the engine kill.
Docking granted.
Okay, anyway. Boink. I am definitely showing off my copious piloting skill today. Putting throttle and fire guns at cursor on the same key is probably a bad idea.
It's an honor to have you aboard.
Dragon.
Alright.
Raider.
Let's go talk to the faction representative. Okay. It's not going to actually teleport us. Hello, faction representative.
It's an honor to see you here.
Tell me how much you're going to soak me for if I buy a split Neutron Gatling Mark II. 2.5 million? Fine, I guess. And engines? Mark IV combat engines? 18 million? This guy is clearly insane. But I want the Mark IV engines so bad. Also, we don't have enough to buy even Mark III combat engines. Well, clearly,
Split, it's an honor to see you
we're
here.
not going to be putting Mark IV combat engines on for a while. But we will buy the Mark IIIs. This is pain. Actually, do I have anything
Split,
I
wish you
can...
fortune.
Okay, you guys, have you made any money since the last time I looked? I really want Mark IV combat engines. They made a little bit of money. Not even a whole 100k. That's too bad. I'm gonna harvest it. Harvest the cash anyway. You know what? Do I have a fighter who doesn't have any orders and who isn't very valuable? The metal arrow. Here we go. Okay. Let's set him to hold position. And then we're going to order him to fly to here. Yeah. That way we can just teleport down here when we want to talk to this faction representative. Which we are going to want to do before long. Now. Let's check the scrappy station for any cash we can harvest. Not even close to enough. Not even close to enough. I suppose we could go capture a couple Barbarosas, but I don't know. Screw it. We'll just buy
It's an honor to see you here.
the Mark IIIs, I guess. He says in his most dejected sounding voice. Wait. I was looking at the mediums, wasn't I? Yes, I was. Here's the small combat engine Mark IV. It's only 9 million. That's much more reasonable. We have 6 million now. We just need 3 more million.
Split wish you fortune.
Okay.
It's an honor to see you here.
On second thought, was I looking at the wrong weapon as well? Small neutron Gatling Mark II, 2.5 million. Okay, no, I wasn't. Well, we're going to buy that. It's going to hurt my soul, but we're going to buy that. And then we're probably just going to have to go ahead.
It's an honor to see you here. Split wish you fortune.
We're not going to buy an engine yet. We're going to wait on that. If we get enough money by the time I want to build the ship, then we won't buy that engine. And we'll buy the Mark IV. If we get enough money, we'll buy the Mark IV. And if we don't have enough money, then we're just going to have to do something different. Let's wait for that fighter to get into location. Where is he? Did that fighter even leave yet? Yeah, he left. Okay. He must have passed us when we were looking. There he is. Okay, let's teleport. Oops. Teleport 2. Object is too far away. We'll have to do this in stages, clearly. And that's not a valid stage. We'll teleport aboard the red box. Then for the red box,
Entering system. 18 billion.
we'll teleport aboard there. And from there, we should be able to make it to Holy
Entering
Vision.
system. Grand exchange.
Yeah. Okay.
Entering system. Holy Vision.
Now let's go talk to the faction representative and buy blast mortars. And with blast mortars, we will have everything we need for my ship except...
Greeting. It's an honor to see you here.
except engines. Small. There's blast mortar Mark II. It's not even a whole million. Okay.
Safe journey.
So now we need about 6 million, something like that, and we'll be able to buy the engines I want, or we can go buy the engines I almost want, aka the not quite as good ones right now. So at this point, we should probably take the on foot. Here. Let's order. I already had a ship here? What? Oh no, that's my icon. Okay. At this point, we'll take the metal arrow. And we'll fly him up to split space.
I'll wait for you to take off.
I don't want you to wait. I want you to go right now.
Can I help?
Proceed with your orders. And then we'll play teleportation to get back up to the on foot. Actually, can we teleport straight to the red box? Yes, we can. Okay. We'll make a couple of teleport jumps.
Entering system. 18 billion.
And I'll see if I can capture a Barbarossa or two to help make up the money.
Entering system. Zioth's Dominion.
Anyway. So let's set a marker in 18 billion.
Autopilot. Engaged.
It's gonna fly me right into a wall, isn't it? No, maybe not. Okay, no wall yet. Autopilot? Actually doing the careful thing? Shocking. Anyway, we're going to try to capture a couple of Vigor Syndicate Barbarossas. We get one of them and sell it for a good price. We should actually pay for the engines we need. Let's see, how many minutes is it going to take to finish building the shipyard? We have 3 minutes to get the money. Okay. We'll just go capture Barbarossa, however long that takes, and then we can build our first ship. After another stop with the faction representative up here, but that should be a simple teleport, because I have a fighter coming up here to act as a teleport anchor.
Entering system. Open market.
It shouldn't take long to capture a single Barbarossa. Let's see. I probably should capture a bunch of Barbarossas, but let's be honest, I'm not going to take the time to do it. Also, I think we need to hire somebody to manage the shipyard. I'm not sure if they need any kind of skills or not. Oh. Well, we're in luck.
Entering system. 2 grand.
There's a Barbarossa right there. We're still a couple jumps away though, so you can get pretty far. Hopefully he decides to go to one of the nearby stations and park or something. There's another one that just arrived. Anyway. Hopefully this little bit of civil asset for forfeiture doesn't take very long.
Entering system. Profit Center Alpha. Autopilot. Disengaged.
How dare you disengage my autopilot?
Autopilot. Engaged.
Tends to be flaky when you have your autopilot set to a ship target. This one's definitely going to get away. Come on, stay right there. We just
Entering
have
system. Silent witness.
a short little flight to get to where we're going. Line up on the gate. Yeah, hopefully we get a good price for this one. As long as we sell them for 6 or 7 million, we should have enough to afford the engines.
Entering system. 18 billion.
Oh yeah. This could have hardly worked out better if I'd tried. Stop! In the name of the law! Yeah, get out of travel drive, yo.
Immediate backup.
What? He just flippin' teleported. That's no fun. Yeah, come on, dude. You're not supposed to run away like that. Oh, no wonder it felt weak.
We were hit.
Danger.
Requesting immediate backup.
Hull damage.
Yes, I know I'm taking hull damage.
Defense drone.
Not tolerate your actions. Stop your attack immediately.
Ejecting.
What?
Emergency eject successful.
You bastards. Okay, when was the last autosave? I hope I don't have to do a whole lot of that over again. There's last night's save. So we have 2 autosaves. We shouldn't have to buy too much more stuff over again or anything like that. He must have drifted a little bit. Was able to open up on me again with his turret. Because we weren't destroyed by the defense drone. That was the actual ship. And when I got in position, we were carefully had one that wasn't hitting us. Oh well. Well. I'd be tempted to go for the on foot too, but we're kind of short on money at the moment. Also, I don't want to carefully assemble another one of those ships. Pain in the butt getting all the stuff together. Well, hopefully, we'll be able to manufacture our own before long. It's just a matter of getting the blueprints together and saving a copy, and we can print out as many copies of the on foot as we want. Or just saving a, what do you call it? You know, I think this loadout that I'm assembling is probably a bad idea. Because it is going to require some unique materials. We don't have the materials in stock to produce everything. Hopefully for a fighter it won't require much. So a few quick, short freighter trips should take care of that problem. But we should probably get together a list of items that can all be made using the closed loop. So that'll make it easier to print fighters in vast quantities. I didn't think about that earlier. Oh well, the first few fighters are definitely going to be printed the right way. And then we might go around and get blueprints we need to make a slightly scuffed version that can be made using the closed loop. Is there anything we can do to shorten our supply chain is good.
Safe journey.
Okay, where are we at? Oh, we just finished talking to you, or did we
It's
just
an
get here?
honor to see you here.
Let's find out. Weapons. We have 3 million, so we probably just finished buying it. Yeah, we did. Okay. So from
Safe
here,
journey.
we just teleported to the on foot and flew it in. Except, you know what? I'm lazy. We're going to order the on foot to fly in manually to 18 billion. Did I order that fighter to come down here as well already? Of course I did. How else would I be here? But I mean, did I order it to fly away from here yet? No, I did not. Okay, you. Go. Order him to fly up here to the split wharf. Is he taking off?
Can I help?
Yeah, he's taking off. Okay, good deal. Alright. On foot should get there faster without me watching it directly. Emphasis on should. Okay, 18 billion. We definitely don't want to attack these things. They aren't worth much. There's a Barbarossa right there. Where should we have the red box fly to? Pretty much no matter where I have it go will be the wrong place, I guarantee it. Yeah, this Barbarossa, if the on foot gets here quickly enough, that'd be a good bet. Speaking of which, there's the on foot. About ready to make its second jump. That's a lot of Xeon. You guys might want to, have a navy or something. Just saying. Okay, 18 billion. There's Barbarossa. There's Barbarossa. There's the metal arrow. There's the on foot. Not in system yet. There it is. Profit Center Alpha. Okay. Okay, I don't see any Vigor ships around at the moment. I should definitely replace most of the... Okay, there's our target, I think. Be ready to strip the commands from the on foot when he gets into the system. And teleport too. Because that Barbarossa right by the gate is prime real estate. Come on. How do you see? How do you see?
Entering system. 18 billion.
There's our target. Just need to hit him with a little something and he'll stop. Boom. Holy. He just killed these engines and flew up our nose.
Found nothing. Move on.
I mean, he didn't really have a choice about killing his engines, mind you, but...
Danger. Cormorant. Vanguard.
Select the engine. Okay, there we go. Okay, who's shooting me?
Defense drone.
Ah. Kaboom, please.
Stop your attack
There we go.
immediately. Security forces.
There we
reporting an
go.
attack
We didn't
against
even
this
lose all our
vessel.
shields this time.
This is Sector Security. Comms
Rise
channel
up,
open.
settle, fire.
Reporting an attack against this
Descend.
station. Negative.
Who's firing at us? Oh, there you can just go away. Boom. Now for the bottom engine, not engines. Now for the bottom turrets. We should call in the red box before we do anything else. Where are we at? There are we at? Okay, red box. Fly right up beside us, please. Rise up.
Requesting immediate backup.
That was kind of botched. Just saying. Rise up. Settle and settle and fire.
Something hit us.
We took a little bit of hull damage on that because
Barbarossa.
no repairing the engines for you. Okay. Rise up. Boom. Wait a second. Rise up. That's the shield generator. That's the other differenter shield generator.
Requesting immediate backup.
Fire, there we go. I'll stop damaging my hull, you scum. Okay. Wait for a bit of shield recharge. Hopefully this time we don't select the damn shield generator. Oh, who are we kidding? Of course we're going to select the shield generator.
Something hit us.
Okay. I should probably scan this thing just because it makes the job a little easier. Now, side turrets? No side turret? Ah. There's got to be a side turret. Is there a side turret on this side? Yeah, there's a side turret.
Requesting immediate backup.
See if he has any turrets left. No, he doesn't. Okay, so he was lacking a turret on that side. That's strange. Usually they have at least one side turret on each side. Looks at the red boxes here. Okay, board. Their boarding strength is quite low. So we'll just send over a bunch of recruits and call it a day. Go check on the engines. Okay, we probably don't have to worry about the engines anymore after this. Unless it takes way longer than expected to board. Oh, we need to take down the shields. Duh.
This is group leader. Stay information.
Requesting immediate backup.
Okay. Hopefully they don't have any laser towers on board this thing, because those things are annoying. Yep, they got laser towers.
This is Group Leader. Follow that course.
We need to wait for it to fully launch before we can shoot it. And then, kaboom.
Stop your attack immediately. Security forces reporting an attack against this vessel. This is Sector Security. Comms channel open. Reporting an attack against this station. Negative.
Now we need to knock the hull back to 80%. Which, there we go.
Commander, what's your status?
Now,
We're making our way through the hull.
we can just sit here and watch the boarding operation complete and then get our money. Which it shouldn't take long to board. There's only 32 defending crew against 126 Marines. Usually that doesn't work out very well.
Preparing for breach. Sit rep. Green.
Keep an eye on this engine. If they try to light it off, then we're definitely getting out of here. There was another Barbarossa just passing underneath us.
Go. Move it. Be prepared for combat encounters. Tell group leader we've spotted enemy activity.
Come on. Hurry up and board faster.
Follow my lead.
You know what? There.
No, don't.
Let's remove that problem from our future things to worry about.
Secured several
Oh, the
sections.
scrappy station now shows up as a shipyard. Okay. I do believe
Continuing engagement.
that we need to promote somebody. Let's see. Usually the process we follow here is to promote somebody from the crew
I
of
need
the
an
On Foot.
update. Continuing engagement.
Okay. Crew. We need to hire more service crew for the On Foot because we're almost out of them.
Open fire.
Work somewhere else for me. Work aboard the scrappy station as the ship trader. Assign. There's no ship trader on board. I just assigned one.
Taking heavy losses.
What do you mean there's no ship trader?
Sit rep. Continuing
I just assigned to
combat.
this person. Roll. They are the ship trader.
I need an update. Let's get him. Sit rep. Open fire.
Oh, we got grabbed by the red box. That's what's going on.
Sit rep. Continuing
Why are we way away from our target?
engagement.
Because the red box got too close to us and pulled us away.
Sit rep. Continuing combat.
There is no ship trader on board. Right here's the ship trader.
They say it's safe to engage.
Oh, we might have to go visit this and find out what's going on. Oh. You've fired up some engines, have you? How's the boarding going?
Follow my lead.
Only 3 crew left. Okay, we'll let them try to run a little bit. Not sure what they think they're doing.
Reinforcements arriving.
Ka-ching! It's mine. Alright. Now, let us transfer crew. We want everybody to go aboard the red box. Got another 21 veterans out of that. That's a good deal. Okay, there are no crew aboard the Barbarossa. Let's see what the Terrans will pay us for it. 7.3 million? Sure, I'm not going to hold out for more than that. Alright. Let's send the red box to the Talati Shipyard. Pick up more Marines. We only lost a couple, so that's great. And then we are going to order the on foot to fly
Hello.
back home. And we are going to teleport up here to buy the Mark IV engines that we wanted. How's the Milo Empire? Did you build more stations around the universe? We are just going to pick up the last piece of what is going to be our very first homemade fighter. We just need to buy the split Mark IV engines. And then we'll have all the blueprints we need, I think, to build a fighter.
Entering system. Xioth's Dominion.
And then we get to get the shipyard we had started building last night into operation.
It's
Hey,
an
you.
honor to see you here.
I would like to buy a thingy. Specifically, I would like to buy an engine. Specifically, a small combat engine Mark IV for 9.6 million.
Split wish you fortune.
Alright, I think we have every single blueprint we need for a fighter at the moment. So, let's teleport to the Scrappy Station.
Entering system. Hatikva's choice.
And then let's go to the ship dealership at the small medium fabrication bay.
Awaiting orders.
Now I've assigned a ship dealer to this station, but they apparently don't want to actually go to work today, which is quite unfortunate. You, work somewhere else for me. Work aboard the very station you're assigned to as a ship trader. Do you have to assign a ship trader for every single dock on this stupid station? Apparently we do. We'll just pick random employees and we'll order them to work somewhere else aboard the station. Oh, they're already a ship trader. Congratulations, you work somewhere else. Station, ship trader. And you work somewhere else. Station, ship trader. You work somewhere else. Aboard the station as a ship trader. Any of these damn things we need to assign. Work somewhere else. Aboard this very station as a ship trader. Do we have one here yet? No, we don't. You. Oops. You, work somewhere else. Aboard this very station as a ship trader. Work somewhere else as a ship trader. It still says there's no ship traders aboard. What in the world is going on with this? Okay, let's teleport around to some of the other docks and see if there's any ship traders there. Something is going on fishy with the ship trader thing. All right. Let's Google something quickly here. Let's see. That's weird. Maybe we just need to assign some more or something. But I have a feeling. Oh, what is going on? That is most annoying. Oh. Apparently there is a problem where sometimes it can happen that the ship trader just doesn't show up. I've definitely assigned more than one. Let's go teleport back to production area. Oh, okay, he showed up. Yay, we got a ship trader here now.
Can I help?
Size S, Morea. Mark IV combat engines, Combat Mark III thrusters, Mark III Talati shields, blast mortars in the outer slots, neutron gatlings in the inner slots. Get all the nice software. Might as well. Just a pilot. We don't. Well, let's give him a friend. Okay. Now. How much is this going to cost me? 124 weapons, 190 antimatter converters, 1,400 engine parts, 10 field coils, and 25 shield components.
Hello.
I have a feeling that some of this might be expensive. So we're going to add this to the shopping list. We're going to confirm the order. And then we probably don't have the money available to do that. And we can't harvest the credits from here because we suddenly need credits. But we can harvest the credits from here. Now, what we need to do is figure out what parts of that can't be made using closed loop, which are basically probably all the weapons and definitely all of the engines and the shields. We need to figure out which ones we can use, because that's going to save us a lot of effort. So we need to go to equipment, engines. What are the best engines we can get that can be made with closed loop? Argon engines. Baronet are universal only. Split are universal only. Lottie are universal only. And Terran, of course, are the Terran only. Unfortunately, we can't get Xeon engines. Actually, I know a good way to check what we can get. That'd be easier. And that would be to visit the representative in Avarice. You know what? Screw it. We're not going to do that. Okay. Encyclopedia. So it looks like we're going to be stuck with Terran engines. Not Terran. Argon engines. Probably a good thing I'm not going to be flying these manually. Okay, so we need Argon Mark III combat engines. Shield generators, we're probably going to be stuck with Argon once again. Closed loop is not a possibility for them. Baronid, universal only. Split, universal only. Pilati, more universal only. Terran, of course, is the Terran weirdness. Okay, we need Argon shields as well. And for guns, we can't even do the Argon special guns, so it looks like we can only do generic guns. Blast mortars are not a possibility. Closed loop for bolt repeaters. Split stuff is definitely not going to be available. That's the most unfortunate. It looks like we need plasma cannons. Or maybe we should do shard batteries. What's the range on these? 3.7? Okay, what is the 425 sustained? Plasma cannon Mark II. Oh, wait, these are the M size. Duh. S shard battery. 271 sustained. 261 sustained. 4.1 kilometers. 2.3 kilometers. What are the bolt repeaters? 3 kilometers. 171 sustained. Somebody told me that shard batteries work really well with the AI. And I can kind of see why that might be. Weapon output isn't that bad. Range isn't that bad. Projectile speed's 3,000. Projectile speed here is only 1,200. What's the burst ray look like? Those are universal only. Okay, no thanks. Beam emitters. They're very low. Wasn't there a small weapon that goes straight through shields? I don't think there's a generic one now that I'm looking. Yeah. Pulse laser. We might just go ahead and buy the shard battery. And then Argon guns and shields. Or Argon shields and engines. Okay, let's see how many millions that's going to set me back. Did I leave a ship at the Argon representative's office? No, I didn't. I should park one over there so I can go there faster. Who's available to go do park somewhere? Velvet Thunder? Sure, why not? You're useless otherwise anyway. Go dock and wait at the Argon representative's office. Tell me when you get there. Okay. Now, the big question here is... I don't actually want to buy nearly this number of all this stuff. But I suppose I won't complain too much if we have the ability to build better ships stored up. It's not like it'll hurt anything. Advanced electronics. We should set these to only buy from us. We're not producing them yet, but we will eventually. Antimatter converters, shield components, field coils, weapon components, and engine parts. We're not producing our own yet. So we'll let those buy from AI traders. Let's see. How much money do we have at the moment? 2 million. Well, we're definitely going to have trouble buying everything we need with that much money. Let's see if that guy's got his ship parked where I want it yet. Nope. He's getting there, though. He's getting there, though. It'll be a while till this one starts building because we're short on a lot of resources. But the cheaper closed loop only fighters should start cranking out as soon as we can get the blueprints. The more expensive fancy fighters are going to be, well, they would be the kind of thing I would definitely want to build later in the game. For now, we're just doing something that can shoot and be loaded on board a fighter. A freighter, I mean. Not a freighter. Not a fighter. A carrier. There we go. Come on. Hurry up and dock so I can teleport aboard you without having to wait through a docking sequence. And there's the autosave. We might have to go capture another Barbarossa. But once we have all the blueprints for what we need to make closed loop fighters,
Entering system. Argon Prime.
we should be able to crank out a considerable quantity of them. I hate this fighter so much. It isn't even good. It looks cool, but it's annoying design. It's not piracy, it's civil asset forfeiture.
It's an honor to see you here.
Okay, buy some blueprints. We need engines first and foremost. We want Argon small combat engine Mark III. That's 2 million. That's all our money right there. Ouch. Okay. And then for shield generators, you want Argon small generator Mark III, which is 500,000, and we don't have that much money.
Good luck out there.
Let's see if we can harvest money from somewhere. we could always sell a ship or something, but I don't want to do that because that'd be stupid. That's definitely a matter of looking at short term over the long term. On the other hand, we can keep harvesting money from those stations that don't need it. Okay, now we can buy the shields.
It's an honor to see you here.
Okay, shield, argon, small generator, Mark III.
Good luck out there.
Okay.
It's an honor to see you here.
And how much is it going to cost us for a small shard battery? 1.2 million? Well, that's like 1.2 million more than we have.
Good luck out there.
Who has an economy that I can raid? The Scrappy Station probably doesn't have any money on board right now. Yeah, it doesn't even have enough worth harvesting. I'm sure the Terran boondoggle hasn't started making any money. There's an eye! What the hell? Well, that's no good. There's an eye in our system.
Entering system. Atikva's choice. I.
Okay, you fly over there. And you get over there as well. And you just, yeah, get somewhere out of the way. Because there's an eye coming. Get around behind it if we can. Because it'll be easier to maintain range when we're behind it. Oh, it's firing up its travel drives. That's no good. We're gonna have to shoot it to stop it. Boom. Did we hit it at least? No, we didn't hit it. That is very bad, because it is definitely going after something that I don't want to go after. Probably the carbon broadhead or something. Unless it's trying to escape. In which case... No, you're not allowed to do that. Because I want your delightful, delicious scrap. It's a good thing we can shoot while we're in travel drives. Please don't just hit the gate and disappear. Please don't just hit the gate and disappear. I want your carcass. Please don't just hit the gate and disappear. I want your succulent flesh. We need to kill the engines at like 10k out. Well, about 15k out. Yeah, do not charge your travel drives, you scum. There we go. His travel drives are down. And we're directly behind him. This eye is dead. I don't know why I'm firing my guns. I'm out of range still, I think. Maybe I'm not out of range, actually. Yeah, I don't think we're actually out of range of this guy. It says we are, but he's so long, and I think it's measuring distance from the middle of him. Well, our scrap ship is right up there. It looks like he's scrapping. Is that another eye? Surely not. Whatever he's scrapping, though.
Awaiting orders.
Ooh, he's in range of the station big time. Look at that beautiful, beautiful fire coming in.
Explosion imminent.
Okay, is this another I or is this a K? I can't see it on the map, so I don't know. What? Damn map. Okay. There's the Ghost K. There's a K. There's an I. I think this must be a K. This doesn't look big enough to be an I. Hello, Sin Potter? I am sorry if I just mangled your name terribly. Which I'm pretty sure I did. New to X-Force, you're watching streamers to figure stuff out? Well, you can join me in figuring things out. I am getting dangerously close to 200 hours in this game and I still don't have it all down pat. Yeah, this is a K carcass right here. Because it's just a little bit smaller than the I carcass. 46K scrap right there. Where did it even come from? Somebody was asleep at the wheel, definitely, because for an eye to have got into here, it would have had to have flown past. Okay, why is this being weird again? What? The whole system. Okay, I see. It just wasn't. Yeah, there we go. Now we're straight. For an eye to have gotten into here. Hello, Space Shark. Still don't understand my American English voice. I'm not the most well-spoken person in the world. I'm not very clear. I'm doing scrapping? Yes, I am. I have a station over here. And then I have a compactor ship that gathers up all the capital ship carcasses that end up running into my defense stations. Oh, there's a K.
K.
What? Why are all these Xeon capital ships coming from? Oh. Well, we need to go clear these guys out of here. It's a lot of very nice scrap, but where are they coming from? Oh, that's where they're coming from. There's another eye in Argon space. What are the Argon doing? Sometimes I think the Terrans have a point about how the Argon's being lax. Yeah, we're not going to hit that. Let's get turned around so we can chase him down. Hopefully he doesn't just go through the gate. The gateway station should shoot him a little bit at least. Oh yeah. He's shooting the gateway station. Well, that's not going to end well for him. We don't really need to do anything here. That is one very dead K. Look at all that plasma fire. That station doesn't even have the max number of guns it can have. I could have installed more. As a matter of fact, I probably should install more. Wow. This is interesting. We should definitely be on the lookout and see if that eye gets through here. I wish I would stop doing this bug. That's a lot of loot. Well, I should head over to the other gate so we can surprise that guy when he comes through.
P.
The good thing gates are indestructible. That's what you would do if you wanted a defense station. There's a very great deal to X games. These little defense stations are just kinda here to make it less annoying for me. That's how I'm running my salvaging system right now. That isn't the way it has to be. There's the eye. Let's go shoot our second eye and, well, for today's stream. Scrapping the way I'm doing it is it's not really a good idea. It costs too much, takes too long to set up. But I went ahead and did it before I realized just how much it was going to cost me. I'll swing by the scrapping station after we kill this eye and kind of look at what it took to get scrapping working. Because it's an immense station. The problem is scrapping is designed to use in certain systems. It was added in a DLC, and the DLC also added a system that has really high solar output. So to balance it, they went ahead and made it take a huge amount of energy to use. So there's a gigantic cube of solar cells attached to the station to provide the energy needed to run the scrapping. Also, this eye is just gonna fly right across the middle of my system like he owns it, isn't he? We'll have to be very careful here to make sure we hit him dead on, because I want to stop him before he gets anywhere.
We found something out here.
Yeah, I know. Ignore it. Anyway. So, because I'm somewhat stubborn, that's basically why we have a scrapping station in this system at all. And I didn't realize how much it's going to cost when I started, and I pretty much refused to stop. Yeah. That station there, the big one that's kind of behind the window bar right now, right here, that giant cube of solar cells is what needed to run it. It has to be worth it. Well, technically, I would make more money per hour just selling the solar cells than I would actually running the scrapping plant. I think I missed with every single shot. And he did not slow down even one little bit. That is most unfortunate. I hope we can catch up with him. This thing's fast for its size, but catching up with an eye that's already in travel drive fast, maybe not. Basically, that station would be more profitable if I put the effort into selling those solar cells all over the galaxy than I did selling the scrap. However, it does save me a whole bunch of effort in building a much more complicated production chains that would be required to produce the things it produces. Kind of, I don't know. It's not really worth it, but it is fun and cool to turn the carcasses of your enemies into more stuff for yourself. And I did overbuild the solar a little bit, because I produce more solar cells than I can easily sell in this system. Is it turning under travel drive? Apparently.
Get off my radar.
Okay, we're already going faster than he is. But not enough faster to really catch up with him quickly. Hopefully he doesn't escape. I'm not sure how many eyes I've killed so far, but it's not very many. And I would really like to add another one to the wall, so to speak. Or more likely, I'd really like to have his scrap available. Because this is a pretty chunky source of money. Okay, he's slowed down. We're gonna want to kill the engines at 20k out. He's getting shot by my own capital ships. That's both good and bad. Good in that he's taking damage. Bad in that it means he is close enough to my capital ships so he might be able to attack them if he so decides. And I don't want him attacking me just yet. Okay, we should be in range. I can fire. I don't want to get too close because if he shoots me, that will hurt quite a bit. Oh, the carbon broadhead's getting hit. And he's shooting at me. Or reverse thrust. He's almost dead. Okay.
Explosion imminent.
Carbon broadhead took a little bit of damage, maybe? Yeah, the carbon broadhead took a little bit of hull damage, but not enough to be a big deal. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. $45k more scrap. Heck yeah. How much money do I have? Not very much. Let's see how much money this station. Oops, that's the wrong tab. 200k. That's nowhere close to what I need, but we'll harvest it anyway. This game is very much about the economy. And how you participate in it is pretty much up to you. It's very much a sandbox. So, okay, it's just a NEM. Who cares about NEM? Doesn't look like anything more is coming through there, so we're good on that. Anyway, you can run a giant trading empire, running freighters around or whatever if you want to do that. Or you can do, run mining ships around. Like here's the H2Go, one of our ice miners, coming in to drop off a load at the still unnamed food production factory. And yeah, you can build stations that produce various stuff. This station produces food and medical supplies from water, basically. We take in ice at the docks, We turn the ice into water. We use the water to supply our wheat, meat, and spice production factories. And then those 3 resources get transformed into food rations and medical supplies. Yeah. X4 is a 4X. Except it's a 4X where you can fly around in one of your ships and do everything manually by hand if you feel like it. It's a very unique game. I don't really know of anything else quite like the X series. I guess EVE Online is kind of similar in some ways, but it's also vastly different in others, so it's kind of... And of course, X is single player only. Every X game's been single player. So it's very... Yeah, there's nothing else like it. Which is kind of unfortunate, but then again, the market for people who are really into this kind of thing isn't that huge, so I suppose we should be lucky that there's one.
Any progress to show for the relay station hack? Did you get your hands on anything useful yet?
Going to head out and get some food. Well, have fun. Hopefully you get something tasty. I probably should be running a second second scrap compactor, because yeah. Then again, it isn't often that we get this many wrecks. How many construction drones do you have? It looks like this guy needs a drone refill. Also, on that note, we need 0.2 million more. Let's see. Do you have any more money I can harvest? Yeah, some, but not enough to matter. I guess every little bit counts. How is the scrappy station doing on money? 300k? Screw it, we're taking all your money. For that matter, I should check. Okay, this hasn't been built yet. I was wondering if they had gotten up materials around, but... Let's go park in the capital ship parking lot. And then we'll teleport back over to the Argon representative and buy that last piece, because I think we have enough money now.
Rattlesnake.
Let's see, where are we at? That is an M chasing a manicore. Please don't do that. Played EVE Online with a friend, but had X Games in mind. He told me that I must play X Game because I was complaining that I had to do all the stuff myself. Yeah. I played a tiny little bit of EVE once upon a time. Just enough to realize that it wasn't what I was looking for, and... Oh wait, why are we here? Here. Move all orders. We need to teleport over to this fighter.
Requesting immediate backup.
Yeah.
Entering system. Argon Prime.
I tried EVE, but bounced right off it. Basically in the same way. Except I didn't even get quite that far. Probably because I didn't have a friend to introduce me to it. Okay, we need to find a teleporter right here. Now let's go to the representative's office.
It's an honor to see you here.
Buy a blueprint, equipment, weapons, I think I'm going to go with... I think I decided on the shard battery. .5. I thought it was 1.2. Must have been looking at the wrong thing. Anyway.
Good luck
Now
out
I'm
there.
broke. But I should be able to immediately build ships with this layout. Once the autosave completes. Reputation loss, free factions, free families. What? Who killed what? I'm pretty sure I don't have anything anywhere close to there. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Okay, buy ships. We want a Moray. We want Argon engines because they can be built for free. You want Argon shields, despite the fact that they're crappier than the otherwise I'd want. Shard batteries in all 4 slots. All the good software. Because it's free. Crew. Take a pilot. We'll send him 1 friend. Okay, we'll save this loadout as number 2, I guess. It still requires weapon components and shield components. What? I thought I had everything set to use closed loop. Let's go look at the encyclopedia. Equipment, engines, Argon Small Combat Engine Mark III. Closed loop. Electronics, energy cells, hull parts. Okay. Do we not have it set to closed loop? Let's see. Is there a good way to give them orders as to what construction? Bird build method. Use global setting. Closed loop. Alright. That's interesting. Oh, does it cost weapon and shield components just for the hull? That's annoying. Look at the encyclopedia again. Ships. Combat ships. Fighters support. We want the Morea. No? Just energy cells and hull parts. Well, what is taking the weapon components then? Oh, I wonder if it's showing what it will cost to build the other ship still. I wonder. Oops, I keep clicking the wrong button. I want build ships. There we go. Yeah, before we select anything, it's showing missing resources. Okay, so that's what it would require to finish the previous build selection. So, unfortunately, it doesn't tell us how much this is going to cost to build. But we're going to order 20 of these things. Ka-ching. Oh. Hello, Commissar J. Welcome here. And Kadron. Abby didn't raid you because he wasn't very observant and forgot the baby again. Wow. Oh. That Abby. And here we have a whole bunch of fighters building. Yay! Our very first homemade fighters. I wonder how many it builds at a time. Apparently a lot. Well, let's teleport aboard the station and see where we end up, and then we're going to go watch those ships build. Teleport, not plan build. There we go. The beard is amazing. Why, thank you.
Entering system. Atikva's choice.
Okay, we need to teleport to a different place. Let's go to the ship dealership. Aboard the fabrication bay. There we go. Looks like they're all over on the other side. Let's take the slow way over there. We have the time. Yeah, they're on the other side. Can't grow a long one, just a thick one. Yeah, unfortunately this is as long as mine will get. It just doesn't get any longer than that. Which has always disappointed me. I always had dreams of having a beard I could tuck into my belt, but that just was never going to happen. Alrighty. Let's walk up top here so we get a little bit better view. Gotta build a whole squadron of these things. Probably gonna suck up all our materials, but so I wanted to be a dwarf. Well, I'm a bit tall to be a dwarf, but I wanted to be bearded as much as one. Oh, this is probably as many as we can build with our internal amount of supplies. Let's actually check to see. We probably consumed our entire supply of hull parts or something. No, we didn't. Okay. Wow. If this is true, we have barely made a dent. Oh wait, this is still set to sell all but 10,000. This should be sell all but like 30,000. So yeah, we are way low on Claytronics compared to where we should be. But it's not because we... let's actually go ahead and change this to 50,000 while we're at it. Okay, how much storage do you have allocated to these? Amount. Up to 65,000 for Claytronics. Okay. And hull parts. Sell all but 50,000. We don't actually need that many Claytronics. We'll set it back to 30,000 where it was. I think it was at 30,000. So how's life in space? Oh, pretty good. It's really good because we just got our first small ship fabrication bay. of which the first batch is about ready to come out right now. Well, in about 3 minutes, I guess. These aren't quite the awesome ships I wanted to build. These are the much cheaper versions of those. I can build the awesome ships, I just don't have the resources available at this station to build them right now. But these are going to be put into a fighter wing and loaded on board my carrier. I have 20 of them unordered, and who knows how many more on the way. I just need to make more orders once I figure out how much these things are costing me. Normally, if I was going to buy these things, they would cost me several million a piece. Well, probably about 1.3, 1.4 million maybe. Building them is, well, much cheaper. Any mods? Yeah, I have an AI mod that makes ships less stupid when they are attacking a, well, just when they're attacking in general. It makes them less likely to just charge in and die. And I have a mod that makes it so that the ship upgrades are not RNG based. They have a set stat they give you, and they give you exactly that much. They don't give you a range. Because normally you would have to re-roll your ship modifications over and over again until you get the good ones. Which is extremely annoying. To me, anyway. And I have a mod that makes it so that you can craft the components you need to make ship modifications. So it's a little bit less difficult to get those. It's still kind of a pain in the butt, but you can just craft them instead of what you're gonna call it. And then finally I have a mod that allows you to buy various ship skins more easily. You know, Shaq ran a Star Wars mod? Yeah, there's a Star Wars mod for this. I've never tried it. I might have to someday. One thing about the X games is that that's a freighter, apparently. Or what is this? I think that's a miner. No, that's a courier. Here, let's get a look at this thing from the front. Yeah, this is a courier ship. I have one of these, but I have the miner variant instead of just the normal courier variant. Anyway, is this thing done building? Oh. Should be close, though. Oh yeah, they're done building. It's building the second batch already. Heck yeah. Let's see if I can get in here. You have to... Jumping over top of these
If you bring
fences
any
is
creatures
annoying.
on board,
There we go.
please make sure they are chained. Any
Morea.
Here we go, Morea. Let's take this one out for a spin. This is one of the very first batch of fighters produced by myself instead of purchased. It is admittedly somewhat crappy compared to the best version of this ship, because it has Argon engines instead of the split Mark IVs that I can put on it. So it has Argon Mark IIIs instead of split Mark IVs. Which, that is the best Argon engine you can buy, but... And it has... whatever these are called again. Shard batteries. Instead of the neutron Gatlings and blast launchers I wanted to have. It only goes 535 meters a second instead of 700 and something, basically. Oh no, only. It's still a fairly capable fighter with this configuration. It's just not the amazing fighter it could be. 200,000 ready with 1 million on the well on the way. Not quite that much, but yeah, basically. These are going to be put together into a fighter wing. Matter of fact, let's do that right now. Go ahead and select all the ones that I'm not flying. And let's give them follow commander, I think it is. No, what? Screw it. Let's select them all, including the one I'm flying. And let's have them... Where's the carbon broadhead? There it is. Let's have them... I'm not actually sure which of these commands I actually want, because to be honest, I have not really looked into setting up. It's like having an F-15 instead of an F-22. I don't know if I go quite that far, but these are not the best fighters in the game. They're decent fighters, but not the best in the game. We'll give them defend commander orders. And then
Requesting permission to dock.
let's get up from the seat here and let the captain take over.
Hello there.
We'll select the carbon broadhead. We'll go to loadout. There's orders. Somewhere in here. Or is it here? Information. Also, let's dump these energy cells. We don't need those. They're just crowding things up. Crew? No, definitely not. Although this thing does have a lot of crew. Where is subordinate behaviors? I thought it was somewhere in this screen. I mean, I know it's over here too, so let's just go over here and find it. Okay, here's Alpha Group. There should be a listing somewhere per group where you can give subordinates. Oh, here we go. Subordinates. No. F-16 maybe. Ah, here we go. Launched. Order them to dock.
Can I help?
Proceed with your orders, Captain. Did you get assigned properly? I don't think you were assigned properly. Because I was on board, so it didn't assign it. Okay, congratulations. You are part of Alpha Group. Yeah. We'll watch this guy go dock aboard his new carrier. Along with his fellow members of Alpha Group. These fighters are small and fast. They're one of the fastest ships in the game. But unlike most of the fast ships, they don't absolutely suck at combat. Most of the fast ships are kind of like, well, we're going to get you there quickly. Now, are you going to have mental issues trying to get on board this carrier? Yes, I know. The dock is right underneath there. You need to go over here. Yes, okay, fine. He's figured out how to get in board. This carrier, unlike a lot of the carriers in the game, it's one of two that has the docking bays inside the ship, which is very cool, and is a large part of why I bought this particular carrier. I was looking around, I was like, where's the docking bays on this ship? And then I noticed they were inside, and it's like, okay, I need one of those. But anyway, welcome aboard the Carbon Broadhead.
Requesting immediate backup.
And here's all the other fighters sitting around it.
Greetings.
Go to the bridge and say hello to the captain of the Carbon Broadhead. It is very cool to have a carrier that finally actually has ships on board it.
Requesting
Hello,
permission
Captain.
to dock. Docking permission granted.
Let's have a look at the outside of the Carbon Broadhead using third-person camera. This is the Carbon Broadhead, the pride of my fleet. It is, without question, the largest ship in my fleet. It mounts 93 medium turrets and 8 large turrets. All 93 of those medium turrets are flaks. So this thing can wade into a fighter group of pretty much any size. And it does not end well for the fighters. On the other hand, it does die pretty quickly to any other enemy capital ship. Properly escorted and protected from enemy capital ships, though, it is the answer to any enemy fighter problems. And of course, it has internal docking bays, which is very cool. Oh, Gateway Station's under attack. You see all the gunfire from Gateway Station? Gateway Station mounts...
Jumpgate, Arca's Cascade.
Let's see. How many flaks does the Gateway Station actually have on board? I forget. There's a K that just blew up. There's so much scrap in this area. It's insane. Let's see.
Requesting immediate backup.
Gateway Station has 120 large turrets and 102 flaks. So the Gateway Station is only slightly more heavily armed for anti-fighter purposes than this carrier is. And all that yellow fire you see is flak turrets. So it actually looks surprisingly similar to this from a distance when the Carbon Broadhead is in action. Without, of course, the giant cloud of the white plasma shots. Gateway Station's kind of insane. Nothing can stand up to it. Anyway, let's go ahead and assign more fighters. Okay. Assign them all to the Carbon Broadhead. Defend Commander, Group Alpha. Group Alpha is currently ordered to land. Yes. So they will come in and they will land aboard the ship. The Hoover's under attack. Honestly, I don't really care if the Hoover gets destroyed. It's a crappy little ship that I didn't actually want, but the game gave it to me, so. What I'm hearing is we need battleships. Yes, we do, kind of. But there's only one battleship, and, well, maybe more than that. The only battleships that are available in the game have to be built by the player. The faction that makes them won't sell them to you. They'll sell you the blueprints to make them, but they won't sell you the ships themselves. Here come a whole bunch of fighters. Some of them overshooting the target and some not.
Requesting immediate backup.
They may eventually figure out how to dock on board. Please excuse them, they're all noobs. Don't have very high skill. Anyway, so we need a proper shipyard before we can have battleships. Until then, we will have to make do with destroyers. Which... let's see. Who would be a good... here we go, the Wheelbarrow 2.
Rattlesnake.
This is the Wheelbarrow 2. The current flagship of my fleet. As far as doing actual damage goes. It comes equipped with 6 large plasma turrets. 4 main front guns. You know, 4 forward firing front guns. And I don't remember how many flak turrets, but it's a decent number of flak turrets. So these things are the fastest destroyers in the game as far as I know. Or they're the fastest destroyers that still have good armaments, I should say. I think there's one that's faster, but it's kind of crappy. But anyway, I have 2 of these. This one is the pride of my fleet because it is mostly upgraded. So it does way more damage than a base model does. Those upgrades are quite rare and expensive, so even this isn't fully upgraded all guns, it's just the main guns.
Sin.
And here's the second best, or maybe the best ship in my fleet, depending on how you think about it. This is the Ashes Dragon. This has more turrets, and is generally has more firepower than the Wheelbarrow would.
Requesting immediate backup.
Unfortunately, it doesn't have as good of upgrades, so it is not actually more powerful. If it was upgraded to the same spec, it would be more powerful, though. The best ship, when it's fully upgraded, it'll be the best ship. It is a bit slower than the Wheelbarrow, but it more than makes up for it in firepower. I quite like it. It's a good ship. You only have one of those because the only way you can get more of these is by building them yourself, unfortunately. Oh, the Xeon are really going hard out here, aren't they? Anyway, I'm going to take a fighter out. Let's see.
Requesting immediate backup.
We are currently aboard the Carbon Broadhead. Let's actually take one of those fighters out. We'll grab one off the Scrappy station and go. I think there's finished ones aboard the Scrappy. No? How long is it going to be before they're done? 6 seconds. Okay, we can wait for that. Now these are not equipped the way I would equip my personal fighters.
Hello there.
They're a bit slow. They have a different set of weapons than I'm used to. So, just a warning. This is the type of fighter that I use for my fast little recon personal ships. But it is equipped differently. And as soon as this autosave finishes... as far as cruisers go, destroyers are the biggest gunships there are, except of one or two, maybe 2 notable exceptions. But there are some frigates available for smaller than destroyers. And some other interesting... Basically, there's ships are classed according to small ships, basically fighters. Medium ships, which would include things like the On Foot, which is my personal ship I use most of the time. It's a very fast. I'll probably take it out and use it for a little bit here after I test this thing. The On Foot is a zippy. I almost said little ship. It's not little. Compared to a fighter, it's quite large, but compared to a carrier, it is quite small. Okay, are there anybody out here we can kill? Nope. It looks like the ships that were pestering the scrap compactor have disappeared. I need to name that scrap compactor. Is there a lot of story missions? Sort of. There's some. Oh, hello.
S.
This S isn't going to last long, unfortunately, but let's go shoot it. Yeah, there are story missions. They are decent. This is a slow, weak freighter, so it didn't really hold up to us very long. Oh, there's a P. Do you think we can take on a P with this? Ps are medium-sized combat ships. Oh, this is actually doing surprisingly good against a P. Call it scrappy.
Requesting immediate backup.
Okay, these guns aren't so bad. I was worried they'd be way worse than what they are. These are actually pretty decent as far as fighter guns go. I can see why some people like them now. We took out a P without too much trouble. That is 4 of them firing, not the standard 2 that a lot of fighters would have. So this ship does have quite a bit of firepower. But anyway, yeah, there's a decent number of story missions in multiple different chains for different races and from factions and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
P.
I am deliberately skipping some of the story missions because I want to do them on future runs. You get back here. One thing that's interesting about this game, the combat thrusters use up shields. So if you do too much thrusting, you will run out of shields and you will die. And a fighter, shield regeneration takes quite a while to start. I think this is like 12 seconds or something, Argon shields? Or is it 13? I don't remember. Oh, he got onto the gate and got away from me. Well, we're never going to see that guy again. Not gate, the highway.
P.
Oh, let's see if we can get this P. Get off that highway, you. Ah, he's gone. Okay. So yeah, the blue bar here, that's my shield bar. You go really fast when you're using thrusters. But you do have to be careful. And man, then we wait like 12, 13 seconds, something like that, and it recharge. On capital ships, the recharge is much slower, but it doesn't have that long delay before it starts. Anyway, it's just a matter of knowing what your ship is capable of. How much shield you can use. This thing is too slow to effectively take on with a fighter like this. I know that sounds weird, but yes, ships can be too slow to target effectively. And that is a real-life phenomena. There was cases of, in World War II, of pilots in little scout planes out maneuvering fighter pilots who are trying to shoot them down. Because their turning circle was so much smaller, they could just maneuver around inside what the fighter pilot could do and make him consistently miss them. And they keep doing that until the fighter pilot had to leave. Either because he ran out of ammo or because he was running low on fuel or whatever.
S.
Anyway. In this case, what you really should do is get close and then throttle down until you're not going so fast, much faster than he is. And then you have longer time to shoot. In this case, it was basically destroyed by those plasma shots. Anyway, this configuration is not bad. I'm happy with it. Let's engage your travel drives and go take it over to the carbon broadhead. I should take out the left handle and show you what one of these things is like when it's fully equipped. I have two of these ships fully equipped. There's the left paw and the left handle. The left paw is assigned to the dragon.
Hello there.
And the left handle is assigned to the wheelbarrow. Okay, so first things first. Let's teleport aboard the wheelbarrow, which is right here. And then we will take all of these and we will assign them to the Alpha group aboard the carbon broadhead. One thing I should check before I go doing that. Okay, we still have this one down here that isn't building. This is the one that is much better equipped that I had constructed or ordered constructed. Why am I going up here? We want the fighter bay. Go to the docking area. These destroyers have a fighter dock on them. Request ship from internal storage. We want the left handle. The right handle is something completely different, which we'll probably take out later.
Aurelia.
The right handle is a much heavier, slower, much heavier gunned. Still a good fighter, but it's not speedy like this one is. This thing has split Mark IV combat engines and split neutron gatlings. So there's the guns. And you notice we're going 750 meters a second instead of like 530 or something like that. And when we punch the thrusters, we get up to almost 5,000. This is a very fast ship. It is pretty much the fastest fighter I've found yet in the game, equipped the way it is.
M.
That M isn't going to last long enough for us to shoot at it. That's what happens when you get targeted by a whole load of flak turrets. Things rarely end well for you.
P.
There's a P wreck. It go Bert, pretty much. There's a lot of wrecks around here right now.
Duta.
And the poor scrap compactor is, well, it's taking it a while. How many drones do you have on board right now? One construction drone. Okay, we definitely need to deliver more construction drones to this thing. Can you Transfer wares to the gateway station and load up on building drones. Oh, he doesn't have any building drones, duh. Can I order the crafting menu to transfer some drones to you? Neither trade partner has any cargo drones available. That's not true, I'm pretty sure. Where's Bob? There's Bob. I'm pretty sure Bob has cargo drones. Bob does indeed have cargo drones. Okay. Transfer a bunch of building drones. There we go.
That wasn't serious enough to stop me.
We'll have Bob come in and take care of that little problem. Bob is one of my construction ships. Named Bob for reasons that are probably obvious to everybody.
N.
I'm pretty sure we didn't have anything to do with that kill. We'll just hang around here for a while and see if any more Ps or anything come through. This ship really isn't designed for combat. It's more of a... it's more for scouting. Flying places, seeing what's going on. That kind of stuff. But it is equipped so that I can do combat if I want to. Because why not? There we go.
N.
Where's he at? There's he at. These guns do pretty good damage for their type of gun, but they're not necessarily the world's best. I like them quite a lot. Also, this ship is way more maneuverable than the on foot. We should take the on foot out next. Because the on foot speed has to be seen to be believed. Also, once again, we're too fast for this thing, and we're out turning it too much. It doesn't have enough time to get away and get enough of a lead so we can actually shoot it decently. Bring the throttle back a little bit. Okay. Our maneuverability levels are excessive. Also, this is an N, so it's the faster, more maneuverable version of the enemy. Okay, let's go get the on foot. Where did I even leave the on foot? I thought I ordered it back here somewhere. There it is, on foot. Now, here's the cool thing. The ship I'm in right now has a standing order that whenever it's not doing anything, it should go back to the wheelbarrow and dock. So I can just leave it in space like this and it'll go take care of itself.
Dragon. Raider.
Greetings.
Now this is a split Dragon Raider. Split being the race that manufactured it. It is a little bit larger than a fighter. A little bit larger than a fighter. Namely, there's the cockpit. That little streak of glass right there, which actually I'm not sure if you can look in and see me at the controls. On some ships you definitely can see yourself inside. Well, you can see somebody at the controls. What happens if I press Control D and get off the controls? Can I stand in a way that will definitely be recognizable as a player? Yeah, here we go. Okay, can we see me crouched up on the... Yeah. You can see my character right there, standing up. With his head poking out through the top. Because apparently since I left it on crouch, despite the fact that the game wouldn't let me on crouch there. So yeah, you can see what is actually going on inside the cockpit of these ships through the front windshield, which is cool. Because what a pointless feature, you know? Anyway, get out of my seat.
Great.
It's not like anybody's going to be flying past and looking carefully in through the bridge windows to see what's going on inside of a capital ship. But you can if you want to. Now, remember that fighter earlier was going about 700 and something? We're going 1,000 and we're still accelerating. It does accelerate a lot more slowly. But this is a very zippy ship. And when I engage the thrusters, we're over 6,000 and we're still accelerating. We hit 7,000 before I stopped. I could have probably accelerated a bit more, but I didn't want to use up my entire shield. This is a very fast ship. It has the same kind of guns as the one we were just in, but it only has 2 of them instead of 4. These are larger, of course, so they do more damage than those per gun. And it also has plasma cannons. We have 4 plasma cannons, and then 2 neutron gatlings. This ship is a beast for its size. It is a bit squishy, but it does beastly damage. Give you some idea of how much larger than a fighter this is. This is a dock. The big flat area in the middle is where I would dock this ship. These little pads on the end are where you dock fighters. So this is very definitely not a fighter. Let's actually go through the gate and see what's on the other side.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
Looks like we have a couple fighters here, and there's a K probably out there. Well, we're not going to tangle with the K. I have killed Ks with this before. It just takes forever and a day, and you pretty much have to clear all the fighters out first, and it's annoying. It's the kind of thing you do just to see if you can. It's not particularly fun.
Entering system. Vargas Cascade.
Anyway. We can definitely take on fighters with this. Although it is a little harder to dogfight them because we are slower. Well, we're faster, but we are less maneuverable. I think I caught him with one of those plasma blasts. Basically, dogfighting with this thing is a game of trying to get them with the plasma cannons.
M.
But of course, we're much tankier than they are, so we can take more damage too. Just for info, when building a dock for L and XL, check the dock is done correctly. The plan shows okay, but the ships do a 180 to dock. Yeah, I've seen that on some...
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
some AI stations. Where docking is weird.
Tokyo.
Oh, here's a Tokyo. Let's go check that out. Tokyo is the other carrier that docks ships internally. Also, I should probably let my shields recharge because I used all of them up like a dum-dum. There's the medium dock on the Tokyo. Oops. Sorry for bumping into you. Here's where you would fly in if you wanted to dock into Tokyo. You'd fly in here and then dock in there. I'm too big to fit. Tokyo, can I get it? Yes, I can. I would just need to have the money and I could go purchase it.
Danger. Hazardous region
And ships can launch out the front too. These fighters that are landing, they folded their wings to land like that. They look so cool, but I really hate them. They're just annoyingly designed. Here's the bridge on the Tokyo over here. Oh. We're gonna move on. Didn't look like he lasted very long at all. Go back and have a look at the bridge. If you're in the bridge of a Tokyo, you can look out the side and you can look right into the docking area, which is cool. See if you can look in the bridge windows. Apparently the Tokyo bridge windows can't be looked through. They look a bit frosted. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Danger.
Oh well.
Hazardous region detected.
The reason I don't like those particular fighters is partially because they're annoying to get in and out of when you're docked. Anyway, the Tokyo's a cool ship, and I wanted to add one to my fleet someday, maybe. Probably not in this run, but... Yeah, do you think they'll let us dock? We can go check out what the bridge looks like.
Docking granted.
Sure, they'll let us dock. Alright, cool. I have a docking computer, so I don't actually have to line up all the arrows and stuff to dock, but... This will kill two birds with one stone. We can look around the inside of the Tokyo.
Successfully docked.
And we can look to see what this looks like from the ground.
Dragon. Raider.
Okay, welcome to a Tokyo. And this is what our little ship looks like from the ground. Yes, it is huge. The Tokyo, of course, is even bigger. Here's landing legs. The engines are back here. So this is a medium-sized ship. The one we're walking on is an XL. XL? I think it's XL. Yeah. Anyway, let's go to the bridge. That was kind of spooky. This is a Terran ship. So, all the crew are Terrans.
Hello.
This is just like the bridge aboard the Sin. I have to say I don't really like this bridge style. The side windows make it too hard to look out the side and see what you're doing if you're maneuvering.
Danger.
That's like the number one downside of using the Dragon is the way the bridge is designed. Anyway, let's go back, get back aboard and get out of here. Let's see. We want to go back to the on foot. Anyway. Not sure where this thing is going, so I don't want to go where it's going necessarily. But it's easy to forget how large this ship is when you're flying it. Use the pilot's HUD helmet. You see as if the cockpit wasn't there at all. Do I like RimWorld? Oh yeah. I haven't played it in quite a while, but I love RimWorld.
Hazardous region detected.
Maybe we'll have to play it on stream someday. Alright, let's get a little bit of thruster off and fly free. A cool thing is when you're flying a smaller ship close to a larger ship, when you get close, if you kill your engines, it matches your speed and steering to the larger ship exactly. Which is very cool and very useful for if you're doing things like flying around on the surface of a ship and shooting its parts off. Like, see, there's a shield generator I could shoot. There's a shield generator. Here's some turrets, stuff like that.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
Anyway, let's go back home. Take Tiva's choice, which I'm butchering that pronunciation and I don't care.
Jump gate. Atikva's choice.
There we go. That's how it's supposed to be pronounced. Anyway, let us try out. I don't know. What should we fly next? Whoa, hello.
Entering system.
Gateway station in the way as always. There was something I was going to show off, and I can't remember what it is now. Anyway. I like my ships to have open side windows, so I can just look out the side when I'm maneuvering beside something. But oh, let's go do a flyby by this station. Show off just how big it is. This is far from the biggest station anybody's ever built, by the way. This is just my biggest station. This giant cube on the bottom of it is all solar panels, which the game doesn't care if the solar panels are included. So we can have giant cubes like this. And who cares about realism? I don't remember how many solar panels are in that cube, but there's a lot. And all this just to run a few scrap processors.
Docking permission granted.
It has 6 scrap.
Wharf.
Here. Let's turn on F2. What? Tell me what kind of module this is. There's 2 different scrap modules. Scrap recycler. It has 6 scrap recyclers and 3 scrap processors, which is the wrong ratio, I know, but I don't really care. It works out pretty well this way. Basically, these Manticore tugs will bring a rack, like say this S, and they'll drop it off right over top of these orange areas. And then the scrap processor will suck it in, chew it up into pieces, and feed it to the scrap recycler, which will then turn it into usable products. Pretty cool process. I think all 3 processors are currently full, which is why the Manticores are just sailing in circles around the area. That's part of the reason why I have more processors than I technically need, is because when there's a lot of scrap available to process, I want them cranking through it as fast as they can. Anyway. Let's go dock aboard our brand spanking new ship production facility here. I'm really glad I own one of these because these are such a cool dock. Okay. Now, what shall we go have a look at?
It's an honor to have you. It's an honor to have you aboard.
That's nice. I have a Chimera down here. Which one? How is this one equipped? Oh, this is the one that has the blast mortars and the ion blasters. Okay. Let's go down there and have a look at it. The Chimera is the same kind of ship that I used to that the right handle and the right paw are, but this one's loaded with a different weapon set. Anyway, is there a place where we can get a good? Well, we can look at it from the outside when we're in space. It's got a kind of long, spindly ladder to get up into the cockpit.
Chimera.
This was chosen because it's a good balance between strength and speed. It has 5 guns. It is fast, although not nearly as fast as the Moray. And it is a pretty decent ship, all things considered. It's more of a combat fighter rather than a zippy go explore things fighter. This one's got kind of a weird loadout. It has 2 heavy anti-hull weapons, or what passes for heavy anti-hull weapons on a fighter.
Docking granted. Docking aborted.
It has 2 anti-shield weapons, and then it just has a general pew-pew weapon. The fast-firing one is the same neutron blaster that I use, or neutron Gatling I use on everything else. The 2 pew-pew lasers are the ion cannons for anti-shield use. And then on alternate fire I have blast mortars, which are pretty good for anti-hull purposes. This is a bit slow at 500 meters a second. I say a bit slow, but realistically most fighters only go like 300, 200 meters a second. I just think those fighters are too slow to use. Cockpit has good visibility, which is a plus. It's a little bit bad for the side, but you can just roll a little bit and get a better view. Some cockpits have really good down visibility and bad up. Some have bad out the side. It's all, yeah. I think like Amendment Man said earlier, you can turn the cockpits off so they don't show up like that, but I don't want to do that. I like to fly this way with the cockpit showing. It feels more authentic. Or some bullcrap like that. Yeah. That's too easy. Actually, I just think the cockpits are too cool to turn them off.
That was a really silly thing to do.
Anyway, let's get right into the action. I should be rolling more in here, but... Also, I should turn off the anti-shield. They're not really hurting anything, and they do some damage. I wonder if I can get this guy lined up enough to use a blast mortar on him. Probably not. I really kind of like how these handle, too. They don't feel as slow as they are. Oh, that wasn't obvious. I wasn't going to ever hit him, but it was worth a try. F-35 helmets have this capability when in our spaceships. I just, I think the cockpits are too cool to turn off. It's not that I'm really morally against it or anything like that. I just think they're cool. Come on, stop being such a annoying little git. And this one I don't feel compelled to slow down quite as much when I actually enter combat.
Go away.
Probably because it is slower, but anyway. Although I do still feel pretty compelled to slow down when I go to pick up loot. Is this game hard to learn to get into? Well, as Amendment Man said, yes and no. The tutorial, just tutorials you can access from the main menu, will get you into flying pretty quickly.
E.
So you'll be able to take a fighter out and, you know, somewhat competently fly it if you're any good at space sims. You know, has some prior space sim experience without too much effort. He's going way too fast, we won't catch up to him. But when it gets down into the deep details of how you're going to manage a vast empire and control large fleets and all that, it very quickly becomes, help, I'm lost. I got considerable help from chat at various points. Where is Bob?
Wipe you out.
Bob, what are you doing? I ordered you to go do a thing and you're not doing it. Oh. I'm not sure what his problem is. Is this another one of those cases where you can order them to do something, but they won't actually be able to, that are actually capable of doing?
Wow, that love of machinery actually hit me. I'm going to wipe you out.
He's down to one construction drone. We need to order him to fly to a nearby shipyard. Actually, can I do it here now? No, it's not shipyardy enough for his liking. We need to order him to go to a shipyard and load up more drones.
Eat an asteroid.
Also, he's low on repair drones.
Requesting immediate backup.
Yeah. Basically, for the basics of the game, tutorials help out a lot. And once you get past the basics, then asking people, looking up on YouTube. There are more advanced tutorials in here that you can access just by going to your map and then going over here and clicking tutorials and help. And then, yay, more tutorials. Most of these I haven't played because I didn't discover them until I was a decent way into the game, so I don't know what they're like. Actually, you know what? Let's go fly this thing over to a safe place and let's try out one of the tutorials that I haven't done, because I'm curious how the tutorials, because those tutorials are not available from the main menu, and I'm curious what they're like. I don't know if they're good or bad because I've never checked them out, and I keep telling people, yeah, there's more tutorials here, but I don't know what they're like. Well, now's a good time to find out what they're like. So we'll park over here by the carbon broadhead. And we will try out one of these tutorials. Let's do shipyards, because I just built a shipyard, so why not? This tutorial requires you to have a station and at least 500. Okay. We're not doing that one then. Apparently. I'm just going to say this right now. A tutorial that requires you to have 500 million credits is probably useless. So, okay, clearly these are guided missions inside this game instance. They don't take you out to a different instance. That is unfortunate. Let's start using this one. Okay. So this is spacesuit tutorial.
Chimera.
Can I help?
You're in my way, please. Move. Okay, so it tells you how to get into your space suit, but the menu is blocking the thing I need to click. Wow, you're talented. Okay. Clearly they did a bad job of that because I had to use the keyboard to select the to leave the ship menu. Okay. Okay, so this is just a crappy version of the tutorial. Crappy version of the main menu tutorial for the same thing. Well, I guess that's answers that question. Okay. Okay. If you think I'm firing a launching a bomb from my yeah, I already know how to do that. Okay, this isn't the worst possible tutorial, but it's not as good as it could be. I'm not wasting any of my hard-earned bombs. All right. I've already seen all these. All right, let's go and... Is it seriously going to be stuck here until... Okay. Well, we're not going to launch any bombs at anything. And now where is my ship? It should be right over here somewhere.
Sin.
Well, that's the dragon. Where is...
Chimera.
Ah, there it is. It was just against the background of other stuff. Anyway, let's go back aboard. I was hoping that these tutorials would take you to...
Docking granted.
Okay, there, finally we get to the how to dock part. Which... If I hadn't just requested docking, I could have been stuck for quite a while without knowing what to do. Thankfully, I already know how all this works, so... Anyway, tutorials in this game are... The basic flight ones are pretty good. That one is mediocre at best. Let's try a different one. Learn the basics of operating the map. Okay, this can't be terrible. Press M to open the map. Okay. This is a 3D map. Okay. I actually didn't know that Q and E rotate the map. But anyway. Context menus, go from right clicking. Okay, this is all... This one isn't too bad then. Make sure you have no object selected. Now open a context menu anywhere on the map. Okay. Object list changes with your zoom level. I already know that because... Anyway. Double click an object to make map center on it. Usually I just click on it and press R. It does the same thing. Oh, this is good to know. Now see, this is something that chat told me about. How you can target something by hovering over it and pressing T on the map. But apparently... Yeah, apparently the tutorial actually tells you that. Okay. So that tutorial wasn't too bad.
Greetings.
Let's see what else is in here. Item deployment. Teach you how to deploy satellites and mines. Okay. I already know how to do that, so I'm not going to bother. Capturing and boarding. These probably are going to require you to capture or board a ship, which I don't feel like doing at the moment. Shipyard told me flat out that I need 500 million credits before it's going to let me do it. Which, by the way, this is clearly going to have me build a shipyard and tell me how to use it, which... If I had 500 million credits, you'd think I would have figured it out by now. Getting resources from asteroids. Fleet resupply. Okay. Station building. I'm not going to go through building a whole station because I don't need to build one right now. Clearly, if you need to figure this stuff out and you have the resources available to do it, tutorials probably aren't a terrible way to do it. They seem a little bit guided, to say the least, but... Anyway. A good YouTube video is probably more useful than the tutorials are. But like I said, the tutorials that it gives you from the main menu, when you go like start a new game, there's some tutorial options over there. The basic flight controls and that kind of stuff, those tutorials are pretty excellent. They're decently well made. They tell you about all the different options you can use to control your ship. They make you use most of those options so you can see what they're like. They don't make you change the options yourself, but they tell you they exist and they set your ship controls to that option for a bit. And it's like, okay, here, try this out. They tell you about what hotkeys you can use for certain things. Give you a pretty good start. Talk about things like how to turn flight assist on and off and why you'd want to do that. And they do not affect your actual game. They're in a separate sandbox. Honestly, it really disappointed me that these didn't take me to a separate instance. Because I think these would be way better if they took you to a separate instance where they have everything available for you already. But that would probably be too difficult to do having them in a menu like this. They should have these on the main menu along with the basic flight tutorials. And have you load up a save game that's ready to do the thing with these. But anyway, maybe with X5 we'll get better tutorials. Those are lots older than the menu other ones. Probably. So is your current goal to take over the galaxy? Kinda. My current, well, it's a sandbox. So your goal is whatever you want it to be. There is no win condition. For me, I have a set goal of things I am going to do. Because I decided these are objectives for this playthrough. And my goal is to build a shipyard capable of producing an Asgard, which is a Terran battleship, basically. To build a shipyard capable of producing an Asgard, to produce an Asgard, and enough destroyers to provide it with a good escort, and enough fighters to fill a carrier, probably multiple carriers. Basically build a really big fleet centered around this Asgard. And then take that fleet and do this mission, which has us clear out this system, and this system of Xeon. And then we'll probably do a little bit more beside that. Basically clear out all the Xeon in this area. And once we've completed that mission, then we're going to do this mission, Demonstration of Power, which is basically destroying enough stuff for the Vigor syndicates that they decide to leave us alone. And once we do that, once we roll our fleet into the Vigor syndicate space and tell them to knock it off, that's pretty much going to be the end of the playthrough. Then I'll start another playthrough. And for the next playthrough, I've already decided what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick one of the split game starts. We're going to start in split space, of course. We're going to do the split storyline. But we're not going to use any split ships. Instead, we're going to use all Terran ships. And not only are we going to use all Terran ships, but whenever we build space stations, we're going to build Terran space stations. We're going to use all Terran weapons. We're going to use all Terran shields. We're going to use all Terran engines. Basically, we're going to refuse to use anything except Terran technology. And the point of that is, I kind of want to... Terrans use a different... they use a different economy than the other races do. So I kind of want to use the Terran economy. But just using the Terran economy somewhere close to Terran space sounds boring. So we're going to use the Terran economy like way over here somewhere. Which means the locals won't be interested in buying most of the things we produce. Which will make it quite difficult to make money. And if we want to buy new ships or buy new equipment, we have to fly all the way over here to the other side of the galaxy to get it. Which is also going to make it difficult. Basically, it's just kind of make it a little bit more difficult for me. Not too much more difficult, but just a little bit more difficult for me. While doing a split playthrough. Because otherwise, a split playthrough would be too easy because I love the split ships and I already use them for as much as I can, so... If we just did a split playthrough with using split ships, it'd be like, okay, same old thing. But we'll do Terran. A terraphile split, basically. And after that, I have no idea what we're going to do next. That should take us at least a couple months. This playthrough, we've reached a small but significant step, which is the ability to build our own fighters. But we're still a long ways away from being able to build an Asgard. Yeah, basically that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to do a playthrough with each race. And maybe multiples with some other races. To see all there is to offer. That's why I'm deliberately not doing the storylines for any of the non-human races in this run. Because I want to save them for when I do a run with that race. So when we do a Paranid run, we'll do the Paranid story. When we do a Talati run, we'll do whatever Talati story there is. And so on. So for now, I'm only doing the Terran and the Argon stories. I don't know if I'll ever do a Terran run, because Terran and Argon are both human, so I'm just kind of lumping the two together into one for this run. Which is one reason why I want to do all Terran technology for the split. Because this is kind of also going to serve as the Terran run. Now, somewhere down the line, we'll probably do a Terran run. But when I do the actual Terran run, I kind of want to do it with the Xenon turned up to 11. So the Terran fleet will actually struggle. We'll see. That one won't happen for a long time, I'm sure. Yeah, I kind of plan to keep X4 to keep me going for a good year or so, if not more. Just doing unique stuff before we start delving into, say, modded runs and stuff like that. Well, when I say modded runs, I mean heavily modded runs. The light little bit of modding I've done so far is not going to count. Do things like total overhauls and try out the Star Wars mod and stuff like that will happen eventually, but not until I've done all the basic runs. Anyway. When we get solidly into our second run, then we'll have to decide what's going to happen for the third run. Pick some challenge wrinkle and what race we're going to do it with, and go from that. A good Terran run is focused on eliminating the Xeon. Yup. Terrans have the big fleets, so might as well make it work. As I get more experienced with the game, I'm sure the runs will go a little faster too, so. Is the Xeon battling everyone? There are enemies with everyone, yes. Whether or not they're actually attacking everyone is... My Xeons seem a bit passive. For example, the Teladi are invading the Xeon rather than the other way around. Which I find very disappointing because I really wanted to make Matrix 451 a base for my... A base. I was going to build a giant... what do you call it? Shipyard here. But with the Teladi capturing it, it's like, I don't know. Meanwhile, the Split over here are kind of getting their asses kicked, despite the fact that I've been moving in and destroying stations. Look at this. They got 3 stations going in this system. Despite the fact that I just had this cleared out, was it yesterday or day before yesterday? This is kind of, yeah. I had this was completely clear of any Xeon presence for a while. Now it's got 3 stations in it. Xeon can build very quickly. This was just cleared out yesterday. It looks like they're building an equipment dock here. Okay, I guess. This had some Xeon stations that I cleared out. I think they were here? I don't remember. I need to clean these out sometime. Because this particular, the orange split, don't seem to be very good at what they're doing. The Xeon road bits hate everyone for no reason. They're like autopilots but with big chips and guns. Yeah, I don't actually know what the Xeon reason for hating everyone is. I don't know enough of the lore for that. I know they're terraformer robots. I think they were originally made by the Terrans, but outside of that, honestly, I'm not totally sure if they were made by the Terrans in the first place or not. I think they were. There's scale plate green. That should be cleared out sometime. I'll probably never get around to it this playthrough. Xeon or Terran AI? Yeah. Anyway, it is 10:30. I should probably call it here so I can get some sleep tonight. Not that I'm actually going to go right to sleep, but there's things I need to do before I can go to sleep. So let's dock this thing here at the station.
Wharf. Docking granted.
I'm extremely happy that we have this production factory available now. Need more fleets in the Empire? Well, we made a pretty strong move toward fleets today. We built 20 fighters. That's 1/5 of the way. Aren't you at work? Technically. Matter of fact, if I listen, I can hear sounds that indicate that the boss is upstairs.
It's an honor.
Or I should say the bosses, because both of the people who own this company are up the stairs right now. Anyway, my situation is a bit weird. I keep my personal computer at work. And so, technically I am at work when I'm streaming. Although in reality, there is at work and then there is the place that I sleep at. Home is where the computer is. Anyway. I think that's the right button. Misuse of company assets? Nope, I own this computer. I own the chair I'm sitting in. The only thing I don't own is the internet connection and the desk. But anyway. Yeah, so let's see. Is there anybody worth rating? Let's see. Avi is not live. Af is, of course, not live because Af never streams. Wasted is live, and he's looking at flight sticks, it looks like. Okay. Well, let's go raid Wasted. He's looking at... I think that's the same model flight stick that... Well, not the same model, but the same company that makes the flight stick that I want to buy. Anyway, thank you all very much for coming. You're all greatly appreciated. I am extremely thankful for every single one of you because seeing that little number slowly tick up, it makes me happy. It's oh, thank you for the follow, Bretman. Anyway, I hope to see you all tomorrow, and I hope you have an excellent night. And on that note, let's all go past Wasted, wave high. If you're not interested in what he's doing, then you can leave afterwards, but just, stick around, wave and chat, maybe drop a wheelbarrow. Anyway, good night. And I need to remember to manually stop streaming after I raid.